Okay, guys, check it out. Guess what finally came? That's right, issue 29. I got all the parts. They're all here now. Since it's completed with all the parts that we need for this issue, we're going to get down to the bench real quick because we waited long enough for this. So, without further ado, let's swipe all this out the way and get down to the bench. So here we have it, guys. All the parts that we're going to be doing for our stage here, 111. We are almost there, guys. Almost there. Let's just put this together, guys. Okay, guys. Here we have them. All the parts that we're going to be working with. And I am happy to tell you that we finally get to finish up this big metal piece here. All right. First things first, they want us to do is flip it over. We got to put the window blockers. That's these things. We got to put them in. There's not very many, so I'm assuming we have leftovers because there's probably some more parts that need some of these. But we're just going to put in these four, which are going to be two. What does it say here? Oh, two black windows and two clear windows. All right, so two dark windows, two clear windows, and we'll put them up here. Then once that's done, then we got to put in the uh, the little reflectors here. We're going to put those in, and once those are in, we're going to come back and put in our marker lights. So let's show you guys how that's all done. And there it is, guys. Got our two in there. We still have the other ones from last time, and of course we have our marker lights in. So yeah, this is moving along really nice, guys, because when you flip it over, it starts to look really good. But the next phase that we're going to do is step B, which is putting in our little panels here. So we're going to put these in. Once we put those in, we can then go to step C. And step C, it is when the big adventure starts, where we bring back the saucer and begin to attach this monstrosity to the saucer section, which then completes that outer circle part. It's going to be nice, guys. You guys are going to enjoy this. Step C here is a bit tricky. Okay, there's the strips that we got. Okay, which we're going to use, which they want us to use to hold these down. I'm not sure how all that's going to play out because look at these things. They're really long and they're designed to go across this way. So unless they're saying we got to cut them, that's the only thing I could think of. Now, we still have some other stuff left in for our deal here. So we're going to move on with that, okay? But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use some tape and I'm just kind of lock it into place. Now, they want us to use tape again to tape this on to here, but I really don't see how that's a good thing. Okay, so what I did was I taped it up as much as I can with my magic little tape here, and then of course, now what's going to happen is there's two little holes right here that you're going to need to cut out because you are eventually going to need to put two screws in here. So just be mindful of that, okay? Other than that, everything else is going to be cool. We're just going to flop it right on. Okay, so what I have done is I put the panel on, and there's a few complications that I've noticed. Big, huge gap right here. So I am going to find a way to mitigate that gap and allow us to get in there. So I'm going to see if it's the tape, and then I'm going to see if it's the panels or what. But that's a huge gap that I don't like. Very huge gap I don't like. So I'm working on that right now. And then I'm going to put the FM screws in along the sides, on the inside. Two LM screws will go into these slots. But till I figure that out, we'll see what happens. Okay, so what a mission that was. We have a little bit of a hiccup here where there's doesn't really flush in that good. The only thing I could think of is there was something that we did. I forgot what it was, but we did it on the other side. I believe it was the life pods or something that we blocked it or something. But there's a little something extra in here. So yeah. So other than that, it's okay. The only thing is that I'm not really going to separate the saucer because there's nowhere to like like let it stand on its own. So I have no intention of really taking apart the saucer unless it's a guest, and then I say, okay, we'll take it off and show you that the ship separates, or to transport it, then I'll separate it. Other than that, that is it for step D. Everything's been put in, all the FMs have been put in, the LMs have been put in, and everything fits snug like a bug. So we'll do a quick little light test here. All right, so I'm going to turn off one of the lights here. Oh, there we go. So there it is, guys. You can see how there is slightly a light leak there. All right, but that's okay. I did stop letting the lights come in here because it was too much light leak. And it was too much of a hassle. And since the saucer is going to be connected, we're just going to use the marker lights from the others just to be there, because I don't believe these were ever lit when the saucer was connected anyway. So other than that, we're going to leave all the original parts there. The lights are still in there. They're just covered by tape. And that's good enough for me. Okay. Other than that, everything looks pretty good. We still have more to go, guys. Here we are. We're now going to do step E for stage 111. And what that is basically we're going to put in our blue lining here. And then later on, we got to put in these. So to put in these, we already figured it out. All we have to do is line it up and slide it into place. That piece is prepped. All right. But first things first, we got to put in this. And that's not too tricky because we're just going to put it in like so. Okay. Okay. And there's that. All right. And we're just going to line it up. Get it in there so that way it's nice and snug, lined up with all the ports. All right. Yep. It's lined up. Okay. And then we're going to get it all lined up on here. Okay. Bingo. All right. I'm going to put our AP screws, which we have right here. I'm going to put them in. Then we're going to come back and I'm going to put in this piece. And then we also have this. This is pretty simple to put together. You just slide it together. It should slide in nice and neat. I'm going to do this, prep it up just because. All right. We got this. So I'm going to kind of steal some tape here. Why is it not doing it? There we go. All right. And we know that we need to do it just like this. Okay. Goes right across, nice and even. Okay. That tape will do its magic here in a little bit. All right. So there's that. No fingerprints on there because you don't want any. All right. I'm going to go ahead, put all those pieces in, and show you guys what we're working with. We have all that lined up, ready to go. Everything's looking very snazzy right now. So that's a bonus. We still have our extra wires here, and we all know what they're for. One is to plug in that battery pack that we should be getting at some point, and then our bizarre, our red light for the bizarre, daggone it, yeah, bizarre collectors. All right, and then our warp nacelles are pretty much done, ready to be sealed. So that's good stuff to know. But for now, we're going to move on and go to stage 112. 112 is going to be very interesting, guys. So, what a bumpy ride we're on today. We're moving like pretty good here, guys. So, we have the top half here. We also have the captain's yacht, the little windows and everything. We got more windows to deal with. Boy. And then it looks like this is where a switch is going to go. How convenient is that? Wouldn't it be nice if they just didn't have so much of this? We have our clear windows and we have our dark windows, reflectors, And our bizarre little coil here. It's not designed to light up, so I am going to put some tape there. Don't worry, we'll take care of that. And then I have some AM screws so we can screw this onto the saucer. But without further ado, I'm going to put the windows on to this piece. All right, which yeah, this is quite the huge metal piece. All right, but I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it upside down just like this so I can put the windows in the right spots. What a bumpy ride, guys. I'm going to go put those in, come back, let you see it all done. Okay, and that is it, guys, for that stage. All right, I put them all in. We'll flip it over to show you how it looks. Looks pretty good with all the windows. They're nice and flush. Everything's cool. Nothing's jiggling. Nothing's wiggling. We have some spare here because obviously that. There's some spare that. So we're going to put that off to the side. So I'm going to bring back this and this because I got to put the tape here. And we'll come back to this piece in stage 113. But stage 113, we're going to bring back our warp nacelle, I think. It seems like it because we have some plastic wear that we're going to do. So without further ado, let's move on to stage 113. Okay, so we have done this before, okay? So it should be pretty simple. We're going to take our pieces here. We're going to put them together. I did the blacking out already. So that piece is there. All right. So that looks pretty sharp, all decked out. And then we obviously have to attach this. So that's going to attach just like it did on the other half of our warp nacelle. So boom, boom. All right. Everything is now snug like a bug and in place. All right. So our next great step here is going to be where we get the BM screws and we do all three of these. And then we're going to go to step B, which will be introducing the captain's yacht. Okay, so with that done, we're good to go. Now it is time to put this off to the side. So I'm going to put that off over here. All right. And now we're going to come back. We have this and we have this. Lining this up, you'll notice that there's like a little gap here. I don't know what that's all about. Not sure. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I take that back. We got to go like this. Had you fooled. Okay. Anyway, we're going to take these, put them together just like so. We're going to take some AP screws and put them together. There it is. Now that is done. The next phase of step B here is now we have to attach it. They don't say which way or however, but I'm going to go with, it's going to go this way. But either way, doesn't matter. It's still going to pop in. All right. So we're going to pop this in by just pressing it in. Look at that. Bam. Now that looks pretty sharp. Not only that, doesn't come out. So that's a bonus. All right. So once it's in, it's in. So now part of step B, we have to put on the, I guess the lower sensor platform. All right. And we're going to attach that. And then we're going to screw it in with some DP screws. Okay. So, I guess you're probably tired by now to hearing the word okay every minute. But that's okay. Well, check it out, guys. We have it in. The lower sensor is here. So now our biggest mission, which I've seen lots and lots of people having issues with this component because, of the position of where it's going to be on the saucer and all that, and it not screwing in correctly. But I think we'll be okay because I followed the instructions. The other guys that I was watching, they did make a lot of modifications to theirs. Now we have to take that switch that we've been using every once in a while. We're going to actually put it into its home finally, which is going to be right here. And then once we do that, then it'll flip over and go into its home on the saucer. And then after that will be our battery mission, all right, where we start positioning the batteries and such. So that's going to be quite the task. That'll also brighten up our saucer section just a little bit. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring back the saucer, and we're going to have some FM screws that are going to go here on the outside. These other spots are for when we started adding in those panels that are going to go on the side. We also will be working, once the saucer is back, in covering up those holes that we've been annoyed seeing, because, we don't like seeing those, but we're going to put these to cover them. All right. Okay, so I was looking on the book here, and I kind of noticed something, okay? I have it all hidden right here. However, this one is supposed to go on this side the of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. All right, I kind of positioned it because I thought it was going to go here, but it's not. So this obviously is going to go on this side. Okay, so since it is, I'm going to make room for it. I did not make room for this. So yeah, what an episode this is going to be turning out to be. Because we got a few wires to kind of mess with here. All right, let's see. So we'll get that underneath. All right. Okay, so there's my battery pack. There's all my cords. There is one that they bring back to us to kind of let us know what's going on here, and it's this little piece here. All right, this here, according to this, it says you're going to do the second part, which is move the power connector 62D and the battery box 03H to the sides of the opening in the lower saucer. So this one's going to have to be on the left, and so this will be on the left, this will be on the right. That's how they want it. And then once we have established that, then we go ahead and we put that in. Now, I do want to say it does not mention anything about this extra daggone wire that we got up here. Now, the other thing that I thought about in those previous issues is that it goes down somewhere down here. But I don't know. I'm just as shocked as you guys, but hey, that's cool. We got one extra light. So I'm just going to put this light right up in here like so. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to freely move it about. Okay. And I'm going to move it over to this side. And then we're going to make room. All right. I'm going to make the room. And then after that, we take our piece here and we're going to flip it over and we're going to use an AM screw and 4 FM screws. Okay. All right. Wow. Look at that. It went in smooth. One try, man. One try. I'm actually kind of shocked. And the switch works. Everything works out pretty good. I don't really see any issues. So we're solid there. So I'm going to do the final step, which is put that AM screw right up in here. And then we're going to bring in these. I'm going to cover up all these little things. I'm going to cover them all up. Alrighty. So let's get that done and I'll show it to you. And so there it is. We have everything all done with that half. Alright. I got some little blemish there. But other than that, all of them are covered in. They didn't come out all the way that I would like them to come out. But I'll take what I can get, At this point, I'm just going to be excited to be done with this. Because I can't wait to do the plastic version where we won't have any of these issues that we're having. I'm just going to light it up and we're going to be solid, man. It's going to be great. And then my ultimate goal is to build it, and then hopefully if someone likes it, maybe they'll buy it from me. I don't know. But we got a lot of things in store for the future of this channel and whatnot. So With all the hiccups on this, I mean, Jesus, But other than that, I digress. And we're going to move on to stage 114 because we are all done with this so far. Everything works. Everything is nice. I like it. I just guess we're supposed to get another battery pack, I think, because this has got to connect to something. Other than that, let's go back. We're going to do stage 14. Okay, so we're on our final stage of this video. I appreciate that you guys are still hanging in there with us because this has been one hell of a video that I was hoping to make super short, but that didn't happen. So we got to make sure all these are clean and everything, and then we're going to connect them all together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, clean them up, put them all together, because then we have to get ready to attach it to this. All right, so let's go get in this adventure on our warp nacelle. Okay, all that is connected and we're good to go there. So our next adventure, guys, is we got to plug in the light. Okay, so I'm going to move this off to the side of the camera here, and then I'm just going to show you real quick because it shouldn't take too long to do this. So we're just going to take this, plug it inside. Now this one little light has to light up this entire piece, which I'm assuming it will do. And then once we do that part, they want us to take this black piece with the opening facing upwards. So you take this, put it in there, all right, and then we're gonna basically line this up. Okay, I'm gonna line this so-called thing up here. Okay, now this might be a bit tricky, but that's how it lines up. Okay, lines up nice and good there. Okay, now I kind of want to put a little black trim around here, only because I'm afraid of some kind of a light leak. But we'll see. I mean, but that's how that goes. I might just put a little bit in there just so there's no light leak in between. So I'm going to do that real quick and then we'll come right back. So if you haven't remembered how we did it for the last video there with the warp nacelle, remember how we had that little bit of a hiccup with it, but I think we'll be okay, is we're going to connect this with this and then run that wire right on through, so that way the battery pack will be able to connect down here. So first things first, all right, is connecting this cable here. This one we can come to at a later time for this video, but that's okay. Then after that, we take our DP screws, which we have a boatload, and those DP screws are what's going to help us to screw this whole piece in to connect with the other clear piece. And then once that's done, we're going to move on to our next step. We have it all completed, good to go. All right, so it's all sealed up, worked up all the bugs and kinks that we had to deal with. So now everything is up to par and good to go. All right, so the only thing we'll have left now after all this will end up being putting that battery pack in, and then taking the cover for the bottom half here and putting it on. We have our cable here, which is obviously going to run right through here and then probably connect and then run underneath here, so that way it'll seal up, but that's okay. So the next phase is going to be step C. So there it is, guys. We put it in with it all screwed in, so that works pretty good for us. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 FM screws that are going to get put in. We already used the BM to screw this in, so we'll put those in. We don't need to put any covers for these because it's going to be covered by this magnet. See how strong that magnet is? Boom. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put those FM screws in, and we should be good to go with that. Okay, so wow, what an adventure here, guys. Today's video was. This pretty much concludes our video, guys. The all the screws kind of went in except for this one. There seems to be some kind of reason it doesn't want to go in. I cannot manipulate it at this time, so we'll just do some of that behind the scenes. But it's something to do with one of the frames here. But there is a big little bulge right here, so I'm assuming at some point along this way there's some kind of issue going along with this frame that I had not noticed or anything like that. But since everything is sealed up, I can't go back. But if I can move this around, I would do it. So we're going to wait and see what happens in our next video, because I'm pretty sure the next video is going to cover this section and then possibly covering this up. But that's okay. Once we get to that point, then I know that everything is completely sealed up. We're going to take you back to one of our modifications, which will be applied to this bottom saucer. So once again, I do want to say thanks a lot for stopping by, watching this video, watching us put these things in, and seeing everything get done. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. It means a lot to us. Other than that, guys, I have to get going. I have to kind of, get our next video prepped up and ready to go. But other than that, you guys out there, you just keep on modeling and come back to our shop, and we'll show you some more cool stuff that we got here in the shop coming along for the year of 2025.